Democrats say that it's not them that's trying to kill the bipartisan infrastructure bill, but Republicans by not voting on this motion to proceed tomorrow, pointing to the fact that it's been done many times. So what is your response? Are you wanting this bill to die?
Senator Blunt covered that. The majority leader will not be slowed down by having this motion to proceed to the bill defeated. All that does is give him the opportunity to move to reconsider, and at whatever point the bipartisan deal comes together, we can reconsider the vote, and then he'd have the option to lay that down as a substitute. In other words, no time is lost by adhering to a very simple principle. We're not going to the bill until we know what the bill is. Yeah.
Leader McConnell, you've been vocal back in Kentucky, particularly about ending the UI plus up, the COVID relief money that's gone out. Are you concerned about shutdowns and the possibility for all of this inflation that you all have talked about, for some of that to be hitting Americans at home again if they're asked to stay home with an increase in cases?
Well, what I'm concerned about at the moment is paying people more to stay home than to go back to work. 25 states have discontinued the federal $300 a week bonus. It's having a positive effect. I'll give you an example. I was on a Zoom call recently with some people in my state who also run businesses in Indiana. The Kentucky governor has said we want to keep the bonus. The Indiana governor said no thanks. The very next day after the Indiana governor said we're going to discontinue the $300 a week bonus, they got 200 job applications. I'm hearing that from everyone. In addition to the wave of inflation that you've already heard all of us talking about, the economy does not need this tax and spending spree. It's lifting on its own as we come out of this. The way to defeat getting back into the position we were last year is to get vaccinated. This is not complicated. 97% of the people who are in the hospital now for COVID are unvaccinated. So if there's anybody out there willing to listen, get vaccinated.
Leader McConnell, on that note, the Republican governor of Utah said this weekend that conservative talking heads are, quote, literally killing their supporters. Would you speak out against people who are actually speaking out against the vaccine?
I don't know how I could be any more clear than I have been. I've been saying the same thing about vaccinations all along the way. Others can say whatever they choose to say, but this is something I think I'm a good example of, something I know the answer to. It is not at all unclear that the way to avoid getting back in the hospital is to get vaccinated. I want to encourage everybody to do that and to ignore all of these other voices that are giving demonstrably bad advice.